Welcome back, 514. Now, for the sake of their families, there are hundreds of thousands of grandparents out there having to relearn how to afford and how to parent young children, specifically their children's children. Now, looking at these numbers that you see right here, 266,000 grandparents in Texas are responsible for their grandchildren. And with each child costing around $23,000 to raise each year, it can be an overwhelming task, especially with 23% of them living in poverty. Now, that is where Texas Grandparents Raising Grandchildren organization steps in with a mission to advocate and empower grandparents by providing access to resources, information, and support. For example, grandparents needing food on the table, they point them in the direction of food pantries. For clothes, they help them find clothing closets. But in our community, it's all over the place where you find those resources. And they also help with finding counseling, support groups, education, legal help, and so much more, all for free. Now, Gloria Adams, who you see right here, started working as an intake coordinator for the nonprofit. And she says it's an honor being able to listen to the stories and help guide needy grandparents when she answers the phone.
It's difficult to be a parent of a child who's irresponsible, and yet you have to parent their child. That's a very difficult place to be in, but I found it through prayer not a hard thing to do.
Now, Ms. Gloria is speaking a lived truth because she is more than just the organization's intake coordinator. In fact, it was because of this organization that she was able to make life work for her family. Well, I'll tell you her relatable story coming your way on GMSA at 6.
Hey, Beth, how are you?
Last hour, I told you about this lady right here, Miss Gloria Adams, who works as an intake coordinator for the nonprofit Texas Grandparents Raising Grandchildren. Again, she helps point to resources and contacts through the organization for the thousands of needy grandparents out there raising their grandchildren, which is unfortunately a more common scenario than people would think. But again, this is not where her journey started.
Yeah, come on. I had to take the paper and put it in front of my son and say, sign this. I don't want no ifs, ands, buts. You ain't in no position to take care of them. Sign it.
Over 2 decades ago, 76-year-old Gloria Adams had to make that tough love decision to give up on her son who struggled with drug addiction.
It was entirely a gift from God.
How many grandchildren have you raised since 2009?
5.
But with more mouths to feed, the unfortunate death of her husband from cancer, and with her own struggles with breast cancer and forced retirement, she spends thousands each month.
I can't keep enough food in the house.
The finances are just a part of this kind of responsibility.
I call it the wall of fame.
Adams has had to learn how to handle the mental health of children who didn't feel loved by the ones who gave them up.
It hurts me for them. It upsets me for them.
At her lowest point, though, Adams found Texas Grandparents Raising Grandchildren, along with her faith and many helpful resources the organization introduced her to. All of her grandchildren, ages 13 to 27, are on a path to success.
I don't accept anything less than an 80. If it's less than an 80, we go to war around here.
And now with a 4-month-old great-grandchild, she wants her son's troubled past to be a lesson to them. Hey, little one.
If you're going to be a parent, be the kind of parent that perhaps you would like to have had if you didn't have a parent.
Now, here's some good news for you. Ms. Gloria tells me that our son is actually recovered now, and he does have some kind of relationship with his children. But her message to others like herself, do not be afraid to seek help. And here's a way to do so. It's very easy. You can go to our website at KSAT.com. And if you type in Texas Grandparents Raising Grandchildren, you'll find this particular article right here. Scroll all the way down to where you should find a link to their exact website. And there you'll be able to find all the resources that you need, the contacts that you need to get in touch with that will be able to direct you on the path that you can go for a better future for your family.